Welcome back to today's video. If you haven't, subscribed, make sure that you subscribe so that you don't miss any other videos that are going to be coming along. And for the new people here, this channel is all about talking about a lot of things, a lot of issues. If you are that person who likes talking about educational, political, economical, whatever lali issues, make sure that you are subscribed, because of this is a space for you. This is where we're going to be trying to share ideas, share thoughts about these issues. How can we address them, or what is it that we can do as the people of that particular country? What is it that we can do to address those issues? You see, sometimes we undermine this power of talking. Talking is so powerful. Making your viewpoint heard by others, it's so powerful. And you see, right now, we have technology. We have things like TikTok. We have things like YouTube, Twitter, whatever. All these platforms, they are there for us as the youth to use to get our points across. You might undermine this thing of talking, but trust me, someone out there is listening. I am it's like I'm the product of that, where I've seen myself that in the past I've been talking and thinking that I'm not being heard. But sometimes you find myself, or rather I found myself in situations whereby people are going to be like, oh no, Peter, we've seen, or rather people just approach me and be like, we know you. And I'm going to be like, you know me from where? They're going to be like, we saw your video from somewhere, you're talking about 1, 2, 3. And that's when I was able to realize the power of talking. Sharing your ideas, sharing whatever thing or that particular thing that you believe in, sharing that solution towards those issues. Trust me, someone out there is listening. So as the youth, please let us not undermine that voice we have. Let's use that thing. So on today's video, as you can see by the title, it's a very disappointing thing. And the question that I've been asking myself is, do these leaders, do these government officials, do these politicians, do these people in positions of power actually know what it is that a mere or rather an average South African requires? Do they know what it is that a mere average South African needs? Do they know that thing? Do they? So if they don't know, I'm gonna tell them. South Africans need 2 things. They only need 1, employment opportunities. And number 2, they all need that safe environment where they can be happy with their families, with their friends, with their loved ones. Everything that is pertaining to their life, developing for the better. Those 2 things, those are the things that South Africans need. And my question to these people in power is, do you know those things? Are you really aware that an average South African in the street, an average South African everywhere in the church, wherever, are you aware that that average South African only needs these 2 things? To be employed so that they can provide for their family, to feel safe. You see, one of the principles of humanity, or of the human species, is that they need to feel safe. The moment they feel safe, that's the time they become comfortable, and that's the time the human race starts to even reproduce. The population grows because of they feel safe. Employment and safety. You see, in the morning, when I'm going to the campus, I would find myself, especially around in the 7 a.m., I would find myself looking out through the window of the shuttle, looking at those hundreds and thousands of people walking on the streets. Especially since all that I stay in the CBD of Johannesburg, I get to experience that thing, that rush hour in the AMs. I would find myself looking at those people. I don't know their names. I don't know wherever they come from, but they are all going to do one thing. They are going to work. Only one thing. You'd find them walking, others carrying bags, others carrying, pushing trolleys. It's a lot. All of them, they're doing one thing. They're going to work. Employment. And when I see those people, I tend to ask myself that, or I don't, not actually ask myself, I'm just going to be like, this is actually what an average South African needs. They need employment. They need work. They need jobs. That's all they need. The rest will take care of themselves. The rest will take care of themselves. You see, when a person is employed, one, that person will have an income to support their family. That law is so simple. When a person is employed, that person would have money to go back home and provide for those that he or she has left behind. That person would have money to be able to afford that residential area. That person would have money to be able to afford money, or rather to have money to take their kids to schools. They will have money to take, or rather to give to their children as a lunchbox. Or that person would have money to help their family to put bread on the table. That is the power of employment. If each and every person who's in government can think about that, wherever they are, in their sleep, wherever they are, whether they're in yachts, cruising in ships, wherever, if they can think about that, or they have that thing in mind, that a mere South African, a mere African, what they need is that job opportunity. Someone might ask me and say, Peter, we hear you are busy talking about, employment and all those things. South Africa does not have the capacity to create jobs. South Africa does not have the means or the machinery to create jobs. Here's the thing. You see, South Africa, one of the reasons it has no jobs for those thousands and hundreds of South Africans that I'm seeing on the streets, the reason why South Africa does not have those job opportunities, it's because, trust me, listen to this one, it's because South Africa is actually pushing the financial ideology. Let me drink water. The reason South Africa does not have jobs, it's because of it is pushing this financial sense of economy. An economy that is driven financially. An economy that is driven through the means of just cash flowing from one. This financial system, this type of economy that is financially driven, that is what South Africa is doing right now. They are prioritizing the banks. They are prioritizing these institutions of money. One of the examples that I can give you is the South African Revenue Services. You see, SARS, or the South African Bank, is it the SRB or what? The one that is led by the governor. That thing is privately driven, is privately owned. That thing, the way it is owned, or rather, its decisions are being taken by private people. It's already showing you the state of South Africa, that it is focused on this financial system, of which is wrong. So here's the thing. South Africa can create jobs for those people that we are seeing on the street. You see those people that I'm talking about, those thousands and hundreds of people that I'm seeing on the street. South Africa has the capacity to create jobs for those people. How are they going to do that? South Africa must push to become an industrial economy. South Africa must try by any means necessary to bring back factories. South Africa must try by any means necessary to bring back those industries, those big bakeries, those places where thousands and thousands of people can go there and work. South Africa must bring back those types of sectors. You see, If you remember in the past, you see, sometimes I would listen to my granny telling me about the stories of the past. She would say to me that they would go to these big factories in their thousands. In the morning, they would walk there singing, going to do one thing, going to work. Thousands and thousands of people in my community were employed at that factory. There was this factory where they were making clothes. You see, that factory employed thousands and thousands of people from my economy, not my economy, from my village, and also from people from other surrounding villages. The power of an industrial economy. A country that is so industrialized can create jobs. If South Africa, if those people can sit down and rethink about bringing that industrial South Africa, trust me, we are going to go far. One of the things that really amazes me is that it's like we don't know whether South Africa signed an agreement with someone, whether with China, whether with Germany, whether with America, that they will not industrialize their country. It's like South Africa, the way it is right now, it's like they signed an agreement with someone from out there that we will not produce anything, you will produce for us. It's like South Africa has signed an agreement like that, and it's like we are trapped in that agreement, where we have become a consumer state, where we have become a consumer country. We just consume, we don't produce anything. A simple thing, matches. A simple thing, Vaslap. A simple thing, toys. We are not producing those things. If we are producing those things, it's less than 100 companies or factories in South Africa which would be doing that. Everything that you see in South Africa, it's written made somewhere, made somewhere. What kind of a country is that? A country that only consumes. That is a problem why South Africa does not have jobs. You see, one of the things that South Africa is pushing now, it's like it's pushing this ideology that for you to get a job, you must be educated, you must have a degree, you must have a certificate. That is not true. For people to get employment, they must be trained, or rather they must have the skills. And those skills, that's where they're going to be applying them in factories. Bring back the factories. Bring back the industries. Because those are the most powerful things, or that is the most powerful sector that can create jobs in large quantities, where almost 20,000 people can be employed in 2 factories within 1 month. That is the power of a factory. If we bring back that industrialized South Africa, trust me, all those people that I've been seeing there walking on the streets will be employed. And majority of those people that I've seen, they were wearing uniforms. Already that thing gives you the idea that majority of South Africans who are unemployed, there are those people, or rather, it's those people who have those practical skills. Majority of those people that I keep on seeing are people who are security guards, are people who are cleaners, are people who are going to, gonna be working in it. It already shows you that majority of South Africans who are here, who need jobs, they have hands and they are there and they are available. Whatever that they need is them to be called that, hey, come and work. If we bring back the jobs using those sectors, those industrialized sectors, if South Africa focuses on these industrialized sectors, many South Africans will be employed. And trust me, a lot of issues will go away. You see, the issue of crime, the story of the criminal. When someone wakes up at night, or rather wakes up during the day and plans to go and steal, it's because they only want one thing. They just want money. They just want an income to live, to survive. If that person had a job, if that person was hired in the factory nearby, if that person was hired as a cleaner in that factory, if that person was hired as a security guard in that particular factory, that person would not have that idea to wake up and say, I'm going to steal. The reason we have people shooting each other all over, they are all fighting for one thing: to make money. This takes violence. The reason they are busy shooting each other, they are busy fighting for people. They are busy fighting for people they can transport. Transporting people who are going to work, people who are going to work. Can you see? All this thing is intertwined. All this thing is interlinked. If we bring back the industrialized South Africa, a lot can be done. But it's like now someone has signed an agreement somewhere that no, South Africa will just eat. South Africa will just consume. We don't want to produce anything. That thing must be revisited. Someone can come to me and tell me, no, Peter, we are producing cars. Which cars are you producing in South Africa? You are not producing anything. You are just assembling things. Even Ford, I don't want to sound, somehow, but these companies that I hear saying, South Africa is producing this car, this buggy, we are not producing all those things. We are just assemblers. They just bring all those things from wherever overseas, they bring them here and we assemble. That's what we are doing in South Africa. When will a day come when South Africa will produce its own car in those industries? To avoid making this video long, that was the message that I wanted to get across to all those people out there, that South Africans, a mere South African, needs only two things: employment and security. The first thing that you need to focus on, I'm talking to you who is in power, people who have those means to create these things. One of the things that you should focus on mostly is creating those jobs. Once you create those jobs, people will have the means to create safety for themselves. Those are the two things that South Africans need. Let me end the video here. And for those I'm talking to you now who listen to this video, please share your ideas in the comment section. You know me, I always reply. I always read your ideas. And by the way, these are not the only things that South Africans need. There's a lot. I just wanted to show you the most critical ones that a mere South African needs. So please share in the comment section below whatever that you think can be done to make South Africa a better place. Share in the comment section. You don't know, someone out there is reading. Someone out there is going to be reading your idea. Share in the comments and I would be really, really delighted to read those comments. And if you want to be in the video with me next time, just text in the comment and we would host either a Zoom call or would host a video call, whatever thing, whether maybe we would meet, would like make a video so that we can just talk, because of this is your talk show. This is the talk show of everyone. This is the platform that we have created and we want you to be here to talk about each and every issue. And for those who have not yet subscribed, make sure that you subscribe so that whenever we dropped, or rather I drop another video, you are able to see it. So make sure you click the subscribe button so that the channel can grow, so that we can reach people out there. You see, sometimes those people in government, they tend to listen when a platform has many subscribers. So let's grow this platform, become a talkist. If you subscribe, just know you are a talkist from now on. Click that subscribe button so that we can grow this platform, so that we can be heard. And make sure you like the video so that the algorithm can keep on doing what? Pushing the video. As you all know, it's me, your talkist, Peter. I'll always be here for you, listening. I'll always be here to make sure that we are heard. So make sure that you stay here forever. Make sure you don't go away. Make sure you are now part and parcel of the family. Click and subscribe and you will never regret. The world is yet to hear what we got. Adios. Thank you for watching the video.